Hey everyone, and welcome back to Breaking the Cycle. I'm Kelly, and this is episode 6 of the podcast. If you're new here, this is also my Substack newsletter read out loud, so you can learn on the go without losing anything. So, my husband and I just got back from a couples weekend in Knoxville. We had so much fun. We went to a country concert. Shout out to Chase Matthew. It was fantastic. No baby, just us. And on the drive home, instead of feeling refreshed, I felt this pull, this itch for one more thing before we got back to real life. And I caught myself thinking, what is that? That feeling has a name. I'm calling it the never enough syndrome. And today we're talking about it because I think it's one of the most overlooked drivers of the chronic stress, the burnout, and honestly, the health crisis that so many of us are quietly living. This kind of just came to me on the ride home and it made a whole lot of sense. This one is a bonus episode. It's not tied to one of the five pillars directly, but trust me, it connects to all of them. Let's get into it. So, my husband and I just got back from a couple's weekend getaway to Knoxville, Tennessee. It wasn't anything fancy. We just went for a country concert and ended up going to an awesome University of Tennessee baseball game. We actually got to enjoy the new stadium, which is super cool. My husband had to contain himself because he is a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan. So that was exhilarating. But the goal was just to get away by ourselves. And driving back to our small little town, I couldn't shake this weird feeling in my chest. I was itching for more. Like I wanted to go out to lunch one more time or stop and do something one more time with him. And it wasn't homesickness or anything like that. It felt like heavier. And I would call it almost like an overstimulation hangover because we hadn't been out in years. It's been a while. So I didn't realize that as a society, we've normalized chaos. Living in a small town for the past 3 years has recalibrated something in me I didn't know was broken. I used to think I needed more options, more restaurants, more things to do, more stuff to buy. The city I came from promised all of it, and it always delivered. I came from a very big town. Pinellas County in Florida had over 1 million people and unlimited restaurants, unlimited things to do at all times. And I feel like this is why most of our friends and family thought we were absolutely crazy for moving out to a rural town in the first place. But here's what nobody tells you about more: it's never enough because we've turned consumption into a personality trait, into a coping mechanism, into proof that we're living our best lives. If we can take a picture of it and post it on social media, everybody thinks we're just the best. But we all know that that is just one little snapshot of our life. Maybe it's an American thing, overconsumption of food, overconsumption of things, of supplements, alcohol, clothes, overconsumption of the news, overconsumption of social media, doom scrolling, more. Going out every weekend isn't connection, it's distraction dressed up as a social life. Doom scrolling for hours isn't relaxation, it's numbing. Buying things we don't need with money we don't have is not self care. It's dopamine chasing. And we're all doing it, myself included. Being a first responder for over a decade, most of the medical calls we ran started like this. So, sir, why did you call 911? What makes it worse now at 2 a.m. that you needed us here? And you know what most people said? It started yesterday, but it got so bad I just can't sleep. I can't take the pain anymore. The crisis had warning signs. They just got ignored until they couldn't be ignored anymore. Overconsumption works the same way. We're ignoring the warning signs. The credit card debt that keeps climbing, the exhaustion that a weekend out doesn't actually fix, the stuff piling up in closets and storage units, the constant need for the next hit of new. We think we're fine because everyone else is doing it too. We want to keep up with the Joneses, but collective dysfunction doesn't make it healthy, it just makes it normal. And here is what less can actually look like. Small town living forced me to confront what I actually need versus what I've been conditioned to want. I don't have 47 restaurant options. I have three I love and I actually appreciate them. I don't have Target 5 minutes away for a dopamine hit disguised as just browsing. If I need something, I have to be intentional about getting it. And I'm sure my husband is very happy about that. I don't have endless entertainment options competing for my attention every weekend. So I've had to learn what I actually enjoy versus what I do because I'm bored or avoiding something. Most of our consumption isn't about need, it's about filling a void we don't want to acknowledge exists. So here's the real cost of more. Overconsumption isn't just about money, though that's part of it. If you think about it, overconsuming makes our bills stack up, maybe some credit card debt, which in turn makes us have to get a higher paying job to pay it off, and it adds more stress to our lives. It's about these four main principles. Number one, energy. Constantly seeking the next thing is exhausting. Your nervous system never gets to rest. Number two, presence. You can't be here when you're always chasing there. Number three, identity. When you define yourself by what you consume, experiences, things, content, you lose touch with who you actually are underneath all that noise. And I hate to say this, but that's why rich people and poor people don't usually hang out in the same room. Number four, health. The stress of living above your means, the poor sleep from overstimulation, and the lack of recovery because you're always go, go, go will catch up. It always does. I see it everywhere now. People treating their bodies like they're invincible, their finances like they're infinite, and their energy like it's renewable without actual rest. All for that dopamine high. It's not. And I truly believe this is why the mental health crisis is the way that it is in America. Breaking the cycle. Yes, I named my company on purpose. This is why I named my coaching business Breaking the Cycle, because everything is connected. You can't out supplement a chronically overstimulated nervous system. You can't out exercise financial stress. You can't out biohack a life built on constant consumption and never feeling like you have enough. The prevention side of wellness isn't sexy. It's not a weekend in Knoxville or new things that promises to fix everything. It is the daily practice of enough sleep, enough stillness, enough space to actually feel what you're avoiding, enough boundaries around your time, your money, your energy. I'm not perfect at this. I still get the itch to buy something when I'm stressed or overconsume a donut or two. Your girl loves some donuts. On weekends, I catch myself trying to bolt off to Chattanooga for the day to go to the mall or grab some lunch. I still feel FOMO when I see people doing all the things back home. I have to not get distracted by the new fitness trend, diet hack, etc. I still have to actively choose less in a world screaming more at me from every direction. But small town living taught me something the city never could: the power of enough. Enough does not mean deprivation. It means knowing the difference between a genuine need and a dopamine hit. It means building a life that doesn't require constant external input to feel okay. So here are some questions worth sitting with. What are you consuming that you don't actually need? Not just things, but experiences, content, busyness, drama, noise. What would happen if you chose less? Not as a punishment, but as protection for your nervous system, your bank account, and your actual life. I don't have all the answers, but I do know this: overconsumption is the alarm, and most of us are too overstimulated to hear it. If this hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're not subscribed to the Breaking the Cycle newsletter on Substack yet, come join me. I publish twice a week and we go deep on all of this stuff. Next week, we're back to the 5 pillars and diving into recovery because you cannot outgrind a body that never gets to rest. I'm Kelly. Let's break the cycle.